Good morning. This is Lady Lioness. It is about 5:45 in the morning, and I'm just waking up and deciding to not to continue to try to sleep. So I'm recording this mostly for my friends, but everyone else is welcome to watch this too. I'm recording this for my friends to give you an idea what a morning is like for me from the moment that I wake up. Of course, because I'm on disability, I wake up naturally. And the first thing I notice is that I'm in a significant amount of pain. This is typical in the morning. Right now, this entire arm hurts, and both of my upper legs hurt, and it's muscle pain. And it feels as if I've had some kind of really intense workout. Also, I noticed the back of my shoulders near my shoulder blades is pretty sore too. I didn't do any exercise yesterday. I did go for a short walk from one end of the house to the other, which made me tired, so I came back. But that's the amount of exercise that I did. For a healthy person, that shouldn't have created any kind of muscle pain or anything, but it does for me. Interestingly, those of you that watched my experiment with the TENS device putting electricity through my muscles. So yesterday I put electricity through both of my calves, and then when I was off camera, I also did some electricity in my upper arm. And interestingly, I'm finding that there's no pain in those areas. I mean, my upper legs hurt, but not my lower legs. And my left arm hurts, but my right arm does not. So I'm curious to see if I can put some electricity through those parts of my body that are hurting now, and if they'd stop hurting next time. It's very interesting. And I'm not sure what to do about the pain in my back. But anyway, if you've ever had an intense workout and the next morning or the next or 2 mornings after, you've been really, really sore, that's what I feel like in the morning without having to have an intense exercise. And the thing, if it was just about pain, it probably wouldn't be as big of a deal. But here's the deal that is dangerous for me. So your healthy body, presuming, of course, that you have a healthy body. That's why I'm saying your healthy body, because those of you that have a healthy body know that you have a healthy body. Your healthy body creates energy by a process called aerobic respiration, where it takes food and I'm not going to go through the details, but it takes food and it transforms it into something called ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and that's what your body uses for fuel. Well, my body doesn't use aerobic respiration. It uses something called anaerobic respiration, which is what your healthy body would do if you were running a race. Like you're running and you can't use oxygen because oxygen is part of the process of transforming food into fuel. Well, but if you're running, you're not getting enough oxygen, so your body switches over to what's called anaerobic respiration, where it doesn't use the oxygen. It's a less efficient way of making energy, and that type of transforming energy, the anaerobic respiration, where it doesn't use oxygen, is why your muscles get sore, because that process of creating energy creates also some toxins in your body. Now, it's not dangerous in small amounts. If you're running, once in a while, or even if you're an athlete, you of course stop at some point and you catch your breath, and eventually your body switches back to aerobic respiration. Well, my body constantly uses anaerobic respiration, which means for some reason, well, not for some reason, we know the reason. There's a defect in my DNA. I'm literally a mutant, what you'd call a mutant. There's a defect in my DNA that causes my body to use anaerobic respiration, which means it's constantly pouring toxins in my body, and constantly making my muscles hurt because it's pouring those toxins in there. So, when I haven't taken my pain medicines yet. So, the only thing that the doctors know what to do for someone like me is to manage my pain. It's not considered a treatment. It's considered pain management, because a treatment would help make things better, and really they don't know how to make it better. That's why it's untreatable. So there's no treatment. They do put you on what's called a mito cocktail, and it's just really, it's besides your pain management, it's some supplements that for a healthy person would help your energy process. But for us, it helps a little bit. It doesn't really do a whole lot. I think it's just, I don't know. It's something they're doing to help you, but it doesn't really make your day normal. So what this means for me is that at breakfast time, I will take my medications, including my pain medication, and it'll eventually make the sore muscles not hurt. And I'll take my Mito cocktail along with other supplements that I've chosen to take, that I'm not required to take, but I take them because I feel they help me. So the supplements that they have me take are ones that bodybuilders would usually use to build muscle. Stuff that, and I'm required to eat a lot of protein, which if I don't eat protein, I have no energy. And that's the other thing, is my energy is really lacking. I will get up and have breakfast, and some mornings getting up and having breakfast is enough to make me tired and have to go back to bed after breakfast again. So there are many days that I sleep all day and only get up for meals. In fact, the last 2 days, that's what I've been doing. 3 days ago, I actually had some pretty good energy, and I went out and did some Uber Eats deliveries and went to a couple stores, and then that was all I could do. So about noon, my energy was spent, and I went home and slept. And then I have slept for the last 2 days to recoup my energy. That is what it's like for me. So it's basically like you have one good day and then you have 2 bad days, or some, that's not consistent for everybody that has my condition. My condition is so unique. I mean, not mine specifically, but the condition that I have is so unique that it's different for every single person that has it. You can't look at 2 people that have it and say, oh, well, this is what Donna experiences. That's therefore. See, I'm losing words already. My brain is already getting tired just talking. This is what Donna experiences, therefore this is what my other friend who has the same thing experiences. You can't do that. My mother has the same thing, and she and I compare notes a lot, and while there are some similarities, our overall experiences are very different with this disease. So we figure out what works for us, so we each do different things to work around the lack of energy, basically, and the pain. Although the pain medication generally does a pretty good job of dealing with the pain, there isn't really much you can do about the lack of energy, except for conserve energy and sleep a lot to try to build up your energy. So if I know I have something I want to go to, I mean, presuming we're not in a pandemic state, but when things are normal, I know, like if I know something next week is coming up, I will rest up for an entire 2 days before that event, and then rest clear up until I have to leave to the event. And then, I try to create a method of getting ready that doesn't use up a lot of energy. For instance, if I shower, that uses a lot of energy for me, just standing all that time in a shower. Therefore, I take baths. So bathing, sitting down, is a lot more reserving of my energy than showering. So anyway, I'll get ready sometimes an hour, maybe two before the event, and then I will rest. I will just sit very still, maybe watch TV, maybe take a nap, whatever, before the event. Then I'll go to the event, and people see me and they think that I have good energy, or that I look good, and that I'm fine. But the reality is, as soon as that event's over, I'm going home and going straight to bed again. So my awake times are really, really short, and those of you that have known me in any length of time know that I'm used to being very active. I used to play a lot of sports, and even when I wasn't playing sports, I like to join in sports-like activities. Throwing a frisbee around, or whatever, going for walks, and even going for walks is challenging for me right now. I don't really go anywhere, even outside my door into the group home, without my walker, because I am a huge fall risk. And for those of you that don't know, not everybody that uses a cane or a walker, it needs it to walk. They actually need it to keep from falling down sometimes. And I'm a huge fall risk right now. And as weak as I feel post-surgery, I'm still feeling pretty weak, even though my surgery is healing up well. My incisions are healing up well. My strength, it just isn't there, and my energy isn't back yet. And that concerns me. I'm wondering if it will come back. So I've been very, very low key, especially post-surgery, and which is good, because we're in the middle of a pandemic anyway, and I have to stay home anyway. So, now that I've been in this, I'm completing my 4th month in isolation. I'm getting used to it. I still get very lonely. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I enjoy isolating, but I'm learning to get along without freaking out about it. My first month was really, really hard being isolated. I'm sure it was for everybody. Everybody was kind of feeling that, I think. So anyway, I am going to go bathe to get ready for breakfast. And then I'm going to go to breakfast and take all my medication. And then, I don't know, we'll take it from there. Thank you to all of you who've been giving me a phone call and chatting with me for a while. That really helps the loneliness. So I want to thank each of you who have called me. You know who you are. And keep it up. Please don't forget me. I'm literally alone most hours of the day. I go out and sit with my table. We have assigned tables out in the group home, and I sit in the dining room and talk to people. Of course, we're spread out, so that we don't give each other anything. But that's about the most contact that I have, is during meals. But to be honest, I wish I could choose who I get to sit down and have a meal with. I wish I could go out to eat with people. I wish, I don't know. Hey, I'd be even game for someone, setting up a socially distant picnic and sitting in the park with me and talking socially distantly. I've done that with a few friends from the very beginning. It's just not common right now. I think everybody's busy with their lives, and I get it. I'm not trying to guilt anyone into anything, but if you feel like you'd like to hang out and have a meal or something. I really enjoy some stimulating conversation. I feel like lately making these videos and stuff, I'm just kind of talking to myself. Well, I'm talking to you, but I'm not getting that back and forth, you know. But I miss you all so much. And I can't wait till this pandemic dies down so that we can actually have real human contact again. So, love you all. Stay safe out there. Stay healthy. I love you. Talk to you soon.